Our next inductee is Mel Stone, born in 1921 to David and Gertrude Epstein on Montreuil Hill. Mel was a World War II veteran, served with a unit that assembled boats in Belgium and the Netherlands to ferry Canadian troops to where they needed to be. Later, in Germany, Stone's unit strengthened. They rebuilt bridges for advancing troops. And after the war's end, Mel was the military city engineer for Nuremberg, Germany, a city that had been nearly completely demolished. While there, Mel attended several of the war crimes trials. Back home in 1948, Mel and a business partner acquired the company owning the weekly Rumford Falls Times newspaper. They increased its circulation, bought other newspaper properties, and eventually got into the broadcasting business, owning 9 AM and FM radio stations in Bangor's Channel 7. He would, over time, become the first person to serve as both president of the Maine Press Association and the Maine Radio TV Broadcasters Association. But Mel put his talents to work in service of various organizations, from Temple Bethel, where he was vice president and president of the Brotherhood, to the Portland Jewish Federation, the Jewish War Veterans Post, a member of the Masons, and he was the longest-serving member of SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives. Mel's wife, Fran, died in 2015. Mel passed away in 2017 at the age of 96. His is a record of service to his country and his community that has earned his place in Maine's Jewish Hall of Fame. Accepting the award for Mel is his son, Chuck.
I do want to thank, and my brother and family would like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee and the Maine Jewish Museum and everyone involved in recognizing what a remarkable person my dad was. When Barb and I got off the plane Friday, we made our first stop at the Temple Bethel Cemetery to see Mom and Dad again. And I thought I would just tell him that he was getting this reward because he might not have gotten the invitation. I heard a little voice that said, "Why are they making such a big sinis? There are more deserving people. They should pay attention to others," as we've heard here today, tremendous group of inductees. And that was Dad. He was always thinking about others. If you knew him, I don't believe there was a topic that he couldn't come up with a story or a joke, most of which had some kind of moral. One of his favorites, and very apropos in this time of these troubled times, is that getting trite, that expression? Was that he said, "All my life I've been worrying about things." And he said, 99% of them never happened. And then I get angry at myself because I wasted all that brain power. That was my dad. Growing up, he would come home for dinner. It was 6 o'clock was dinner in our house. Didn't matter what you had to do, 6 o'clock was dinner in our house. But immediately following dinner, he was out the door. My wife, Barbara, thanks him very much because that was when I was required to wash the dishes. And years later, I asked him, why did you have to go to all those meetings? He said, because I hated washing dishes. His bio in the program is very nice. He wrote a book. I believe a copy may be in the library here. I know there's one in the Portland Library and the Mechanics Library. Media guy. He certainly epitomizes that. As a journalist, I guess I'll keep this real brief. One of the things that he knew was that the mind can only absorb what the rear end can endure. So with that, I want to congratulate all of the inductees and thank everyone very much.